Manchester United interested in Saul Niguez. The deal is said to be closed in here as United really are looking for another midfielder to play into the CDM role for Manchester United. Welcome to Manchester United Matters channel. How are you guys? And where are you watching it from? This is Rokan David, aka radio to this channel, which goes by the names of the Manchester United channel. In the endeavor to subscribe to the channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. It's been long since we last get a chat in between me and you, but lots of news are really coming through at Manchester United. But all in all, I really want to let you know that it's always nice having you to this channel. You guys are really amazing, and you keep us into the high spirits of really presenting to you each and every time and feel like God has wanted us live to stay alive, to come and really serve you and bring you with the latest Manchester United news in there. Manchester United are really interested in Saul Niguez in there. Though on the short list, they're having three midfielders in there. They're having Saul Niguez, Ruben Neves, and Eduardo Camavinga. But the most reliable one, I think, is that of Saul, because Saul is a very, very, very experienced player in there for a team which goes by names of Atletico Madrid. He has played at all levels, has played for the Spain national team. He has really come out and did needful to see that he really comes up and really join a side which goes by the names of Manchester United or Chelsea in there. And in the Premier League, because he fancies to play the Premier League, because he thinks like his term at the so-called team which goes by the names of Atletico Madrid is done, because he has fallen out with the manager who goes by the names of is it Ramos is called Yuande. Yes. Is it Simon? Diego Simeone in there is the manager of a team which goes by the names of is the manager of a team who goes by Atletico Madrid in there, and they're really looking at a man who goes by the names of Saul Niguez as a possible replacement, as a possible departure in there to really guarantee them money, because they brought in Depot, and they've brought in close to 3 or 4 players in there, and their financial status is not all that good, and they feel like this is not the right time to really go in and not sell a player who goes by the names of Saul Niguez. Saul Niguez, for all those that have been supporting Manchester United for a very long time, you've seen him being linked to Manchester United for a very, 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 very long time in there. Remember, it all started when Louis van Gaal had just coached his first season at Manchester United. Ever since 2015 in there, each and every transfer summer that comes in, he has been linked to a side which goes by the names of Manchester United in there. So Saul Niguez to Manchester United is one of those deals that I expect to happen on the day. But United is not alone into this race. United is with a team which goes by names of Chelsea. And when you hear a team which goes by names of Chelsea into the race, you have to worry a lot about it, because it really gets to know that a team which goes by names of Chelsea is a team that can really get things done in there. So the only advantage United have is that, can they pay the £200,000 for Saul Niguez in there? Can they really cash out the 40 million euros to a team which goes by Atletico Madrid? Because Chelsea is proposing a loan, then they later pay for a man who goes by the name of Saul Niguez next summer, and they accomplish that deal next summer by paying that money. But they want him on loan, then later they will pay him out. Yes, but can United get the money to pay off for Saul Niguez to join a team which goes by the name of Manchester United? That's the big question in here. If United can really go in big and better to really tell a team which goes by the name of Atletico Madrid, Chelsea is taking your player on loan, but for us, we are really having the money to pay in for a player who goes by the name of Saul Niguez, then that will be the better case in there. Because looking at this situation at Manchester United, United has to sell to buy. United has failed to offload that deadwood in there. Remember, Jesse Lingard, he's wanted by Everton and West Ham, where he played very well last season in there, and United have not yet made a decision to let him go. The other player, Andreas Pereira, went on loan. Brandon Williams is on loan. Amad Diallo is going on loan. Nemanja Matic, Juan Mata is still at Manchester United. Daniel James is still at Manchester United. Who else? There is the goalkeeper debate and battle, because some people think that either one of the two, David De Gea and Dean Henderson, should be sold at Manchester United. That's what people think in there. And I don't know what you think about it, because United can raise close to £40 million from any of those goalkeepers, such that they really fancy a move for people like Declan Rice or Calvin Phillips or Bissouma in there. Because when you look at Saul Niguez is coming in if he comes at Manchester United, he's coming in from the La Liga and he's going to play in Manchester United in the Premier League, whereby Premier League really sometimes isolates these players who really play out of the Premier League. Very few people, I think in Spain, the people that have really come out and lightened up. I remember Xabi Alonso for Liverpool, Fernando Torres for Liverpool again. United, Andy Herrera really came out and showed very well. David De Gea really represented very well. Looking at Traore is doing very well at a team which goes by the names of Wolves. Azpilicueta is doing good at Chelsea. Chelsea Fabregas did good at Arsenal, but they are flops like the Moratas of this world. They really came in and flopped. Very many players from Spain have really come out and flopped into the Premier League. So I think it would have been better that way if at all United can get in a player who is Premier League proven, Calvin Phillips, Yesu Bissouma, Declan Rice in there. I think those three are really great options in there. But the problem with the Declan Rice, a team which goes by the names of West Ham, wants £80 million, of which United thinks that they cannot really go in and get in Declan Rice. And news coming in from West Ham indicates that Manchester United is waiting for next season, because Declan Rice is only left with 2 years on his contract, and he's saying that I'm not signing or renewing my contract at a team which goes by the names of West Ham. If at all you don't want to sell me, because if at all I really extend my contract, it might end into a hurricane situation that you guys will sell me and you'll put a very big amount of money on me. If at all you're putting £80 million on me, yet I'm left with 2 years on my contract, that means if at all I add on just 1 year or 2 years, you're really going to put £100 million price tag onto my head. You just want me to renew this contract so that you make good money out of me. Why don't you sell me this time round? Though he fancies to play for Chelsea, but also Manchester United is the option. Now, how does this come into the Saul Niguez situation? So that means a team that is getting Saul Niguez this summer won't get in Declan Rice, because when you look at Chelsea, they're having in that position, they're having Kovacic, they are having Jorginho and N'Golo Kante. They're having 3 players very good and world class in there, but they don't really have all what it takes to really keep a man who goes with N'Golo Kante, because he's 30 years plus, he's aging, and they feel like they should get him a replacement. Now, if I'd rather bring in Saul Niguez, it will be very hard for Chelsea to go in and bring in a Declan Rice, because that means they will have to pay 40 million euros and then go ahead and pay close to 80 million euros in there. And if at all United gets in Saul Niguez, I think they won't go in for Declan Rice, because he'll be like a surplus at United. So I think the situation is simple. Whoever gets in Saul Niguez this season does not get in Declan Rice. But who do you think needs this player more? I think United, because Chelsea has 3 CDMs that can really play that position in very, very well. United don't have any. The one that they have is a man who goes by names of Matic, and he really looks old and forged out in there. His legs can no longer afford to play even 90 minutes in there. I think he can no longer manage the Premier League. He rather moves to Italy, where the league is slow in there. And I think the man who goes by the names of Saul Niguez also wants to come at Manchester United, because previous summer they put close to 90 million euros on him, and United said no, we're not going for him. Then this time round is at 40 million euros because of the financial situation at a team which goes by the name of Atletico Madrid. And Atletico Madrid are really selling him because he earns a lot of money, weekly, and he wants £200,000 a week for a team that is going to sign for him. So if at all United can put those 2 offers onto the table, we are giving it £200,000 a week. Secondly, Saul Niguez, we are really getting we are really getting Atletico Madrid £40 million cash, 40 million euros cash. That is like £35 million in there. We are getting you that money cash in there to come in and play for United. And I think those 2 situations will beat Chelsea, because Chelsea feels like they don't want to spend anymore. They want to spend the rest of their money on George Conde to come in at Chelsea, and then they want to get Saul Niguez on a loan such that they pay they pay that money next summer in there. And if at all United comes in and says that no, for us we are doing the opposite. We are giving you 40 million euros and we are giving the player 200 million pounds, because even the player has funds to play for a team which goes by Manchester United for a very, very long time. He wants to be at Manchester United. There are fellow Spanish players at Manchester United, like David De Gea. I think they have a very good connection. And I think Saul Niguez wants to be a Manchester United player. And I think that signing, if at all United makes it, is really going to look very good and legit at United, because I think it's good to get in players like Saul Niguez who are proven. Because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, even if he benches them, he will be ashamed to bench them like he was when he benched a man who goes by the names of Rafael Varane on the weekend when we played a team which goes by Southampton and we drew 1-1. So people came out and told him, how can you really bench a world-class defender in there? Yet Ole Gunnar Solskjaer into the press conference had come out and said that the lad is fit. He's fit to play, but he never really gave him a chance to play. So getting in proven players like Saul Niguez, it's really better to see to it that they come in at United in there, because I don't see where Freddie or Scott McTominay benches a Saul Niguez with his experience. Will be playing the midfield with Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes. Can you imagine such quality at Manchester United? Paul Pogba, Bruno Fernandes, and Saul Niguez into that midfield. Have you guys thought about a midfield like that? It's really going to be something great. Smash a like on the video, comment and share. I really want to see your views into the live chat below, telling me what you think about Saul Niguez being linked to a team which goes by Manchester United, and United are close in to this. And Fabrizio Romano has really come out and confirmed this onto his so-called different social media platforms in here, and he has posted a large post about that, linking Saul Niguez to a team which goes by Manchester United in there. And he has said that Chelsea is also into what we call the so-called chase for the Saul Niguez signing in there, because they feel like they can really land the signing in there. But he has said, Fabrizio Romano has said the following, that, where is the tweet? I'm really looking for the tweet in here. Saul is set to leave Atletico Madrid. Chelsea opened talks for Saul days ago. There is official bid now on the table, loan with buy option. That's what Chelsea wants. And Manchester United also have asked for Saul again in the last 24 hours. He's in the list with Kamavinga. He's ready for the EAPL move. So it shows you how the deal is going to happen. Saul Niguez wants to play in the Premier League. He wants me to come out and play in the Premier League, but there is one hindrance in there. Who is really going to get a better offer for Saul Niguez, and who is really going to come up and give a team which goes by Atletico Madrid the best option to buy in there, or the best option to sell? Because if at all Chelsea comes in and says, we will pay you next summer, I think Atletico Madrid will go in and ask a team which goes by Manchester United, what's your offer you're offering us? Then United will tell them, we are really offering you 40 million euros as you want. Yeah, are you really giving us the player or giving him to Chelsea? And I think Atletico Madrid will really get that player and sell him to Manchester United, because they want money. They want money. They won't really wait for the loan in there. But Saul Niguez is a player that is being wanted by a team which goes by Manchester United to play into that CDM role, because it's the remaining position to be really fulfilled at Manchester United. Because if at all United brings in a CDM this season, and Saul is 26 years old, a perfect age for that position in there, just 26 years old. That means he'll be at United. They'll give him like a contract of 5 years, close to 5 or 6 years at Manchester United, meaning that United next season will go in for one player who goes by the names of Erling Haaland, because the likes of Edson Cavani would have phased out, and Haaland will be coming through at United to play into that center forward role at Manchester United. So guys, I don't know what you think about this story, but that's all we had here on the Manchester United Matters channel. Saul Niguez to Manchester United, very close in there. It's the ball is in the hands of Manchester United. Can they really get in the money as is being wanted by a team which goes by the names of Atletico Madrid? Secondly, I think Saul Niguez will really look at United as the perfect destination for him, because he will be assured to start. Because they look at Manchester United, there is no way Scott McTominay or Freddie benches a man who goes by Saul Niguez. He's one of the most skilled players in there. He plays particularly in each and every part of the midfield. He can play as a CDM. He can play as a left attacking midfielder. He can play as a central attacking midfielder. He can play as a left attacking midfielder in there. So that is Saul Niguez for you. Very much talented. One of the talent that really came through in Spain, and they really made the world think that I wish we had a player like Saul Niguez in there. But he has done his part at Atletico Madrid. He has fallen out with the manager because when you look at last season in there, Saul Niguez at Atletico Madrid, Saul went ahead to play. Saul Niguez played 6 Premier League games in there, and I think in La Liga he played only 20 games. 20 games in there. A man who used to play close to 38 games at a team. That means the manager no longer trusts him with what he calls his team, and feels like he is a surplus to his squad, and they feel like they should offload him because he earns a lot of money. And Saul wants to be a Manchester United player. I don't know what you guys think about this story. Please go into the comment section and tell me what you think about Saul Niguez wanting to join a team which goes by the name of Manchester United in there. And United are very close to this deal, provided they put in a bid or an offer to a team which goes by the names of Atletico Madrid that will really see it and really give it the best out of it. Thank you guys for watching again. Smash a like on the video, comment and share. If at all you are new to this channel, which goes by the names of Manchester United Matters, subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. I'm Rokan David and I'm out for now. Good night, guys. See you later, and thank you for watching again.